I've always thought of you as a small, weak, and gutless man. But there's no reason to be rude.
Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to another interesting video. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night. It doesn't matter where you're tuning our channel Movies on Screen. In this video, today we will cover you on the Hollywood movie Cry Macho. Dear viewers, the Cry Macho was released in US theaters on 17 September 2021. It's also available to stream on HBO Max. It's a 104-minute long and it's rated PG-13 for language and thematic elements. Dear viewers, the overclined Eastwood's decades-long careers, the western genre in which he made a considerable impact. Some of his finest work, including Best Picture winner Unforgiven, were the western, which is why it's always interesting to see Hollywood legend return to this well. Never Went to Slow Down, the now 91-year-old Eastwood directs and stars in Cry Macho, based on the novel of the same name by Richard Nash, who also co-wrote the screenplay. A few of Eastwood's late period films have been well received, but this is falls short of the mark a bit. Cry Macho is a fairly standard western hampered by a thin story, which prevents it from reaching the heights of Eastwood's storied filmography. Eastwood starred as a Mikey Miller, a former radio star who fell a hard time after suffering a tragedy. One day, the Mike former boss Howard Polk asked him for forever. Howard wants Mike to travel to Mexico and bring Howard's sons, Raphael, to Texas and sweeting the consent the boy's mother Lita. It's constantly abusing him that Mike agrees to take the job and goes south of the border to find Raphael. From this, the two have to avoid the authorities and the Lita hires the musculars in order to get back to the United States. Eastwood always been an economical filmmaker, and Cry Macho doesn't waste any time in setting up the story and bring viewers right into the plot. While that the approach is welcome, Cry Macho runs 104 minutes, and the primary issue is there isn't much to the narratives in terms of development or thematic materials. The story itself is quite simple, and any attempt to dig deeper below the surface, whether it's Raphael's troubled childhood or elderly Mike, the perspective on being mature, fail to leave much of an impression. The Cry Macho plays with some interesting ideas, especially considering Eastwood's on-screen plots and images throughout. There isn't enough there to make it stand out as one of the director's better opinions. The emotional core of the Cry Macho is a dynamic between the Mike and Raphael, and the two make for a solid pair, whether they're trying to film more dramatic moments or injecting a bit of levity. Aspects of the relationship may come across a predictable. Raphael is in need of the dependable father figure, but there the connections reveal, and Mina does a good job as Raphael, finding a balance between a street smart teen and a vulnerable child looking for someone to trust. Each was practically reliable, channeling his typical persona to bring gravity to Mike. However, an argument can be made that at 91 he is a bit too old with regard to a subplot where he becomes sometimes of the romantic interest for widowed grandmother Martha. As the nostalgistic is it's to see Eastwood in the cowboy get-up, riding horses. Certain elements of the character story don't land as well. That's all from today's video. I hope you enjoy it. Subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for more recent update. Until the next video, goodbye.